I published 109 videos before I got paid a single cent. Not a single $1,000, not a single $100, a single €1 cent. And it took me 10.5 months to get monetized. When I first started my YouTube channel, I decided to set a timer for 1 hour every single day and then just work on YouTube videos until that timer ends. This is, by the way, a crazy productivity hack. If you've never tried working with a timer, it will change how productive you are by like 5 to 10 times. Yes, 10 times. That's a lot of times. Because what a lot of people do, and that's what I used to do before finding out the timer hack, is they start working and then after like 10 minutes, they go to YouTube, watch maybe 5 minutes of video, then go back to working, then go get a coffee, then come back, I don't know, check their phone, Instagram, emails, and like the whole day sort of slips away with just a few tiny slivers of actual work. So when you work with a timer and you stop the timer as soon as you do not work, you notice how little you actually work. So the timer thing is something that I do to this day right now. Back when I first started my YouTube channel, it was for 1 hour every single day, and now it's for 3 hours. So I just bumped it up a little bit. And usually those 3 hours don't look like from 9 a.m. to noon. They look like from 9 a.m. to like 3 p.m. because there are so many little things that I don't even notice I do that's not actual work. That's not editing a video, that's not making a video, that's not recording a voiceover. It's just some weird filler space that my brain still considers that it's work, but it's actually not. Also, another like crazy thing you can do for your productivity is you can open Google Sheets, put in 7 a.m. or whenever you wake up, and then the next tile, put in the time, but 15 minutes later, select both of them, drag them to the bottom until you go to sleep, and for essentially every 15-minute period in your day, you write down what you did. Try this for 1 day, even try this for half a day. You'll notice how much time you're just spending on God knows what. Completely nothingness. For example, I consider myself an avid YouTube watcher, a YouTube connoisseur, if you will. And I didn't realize this until I did this exercise, like how much time I'm just spending on consuming content. Anytime my brain gets slightly bored or there's like a 15-minute period in my day where I don't have anything to do, I just go to YouTube and start binge watching stuff. When I eat, I watch YouTube. When I stop eating until my belly consumes the food a little bit, I still watch YouTube, and it ends up being like 5 hours per day. So imagine if you could turn those 5 hours from consuming content into making stuff. Back before I first started my channel, I thought that I don't have time for this. There's no way I will be able to make YouTube videos. They take ages to make, like writing a script, like making a voiceover, that takes a lot of time. And then I look at my Steam last played games history, and it's like 3,000 hours on a game. That's like years. Wait, how long is that actually? 3,000 divided by wait, how do you math this? Divided by 24, so how many days? 125 days. 3,000 hours is 125 days of pure non-stop just playing a game. And I was completely lying to myself that I don't have time to do YouTube. So from that day on, I decided to set a timer for 1 hour a day, and instead of consuming this stuff like playing games or consuming YouTube, I decided to make stuff. So really do the Google Sheets exercise. You'll see how much time you're actually just spending pretty much nowhere, and how much of those 15-minute intervals are things you don't even want to do. So back to those 109 videos that I made before getting my first 1,000 subscribers and getting monetized. For reference, right now I have around 320-ish videos on my main channel. So for 1/3 of those videos, I had less than 1,000 subscribers. Now I have 500,000. Isn't that just crazy? And this part is why most people quit, because it's so hard to just keep doing something while not seeing results. Humans struggle with this in general, especially when you're seeing a bunch of different other channels get millions of views every single upload, and their videos are even worse than yours, you think, and you upload something and you get 10 views. That is brutal. And having the ability to stick this out for something like 10 months, not knowing whether it will actually work or not, is the hardest part. The cards are stacked so against you. Other big channels already have their own big audience. And now, when I have my own audience, I realize how much of an unfair advantage this is. Because when you have an audience, people already know you, they trust you, they like you. And so when you click publish on a new video, a bunch of them just show up because they've seen stuff from you from the past, they liked what you make, so they just naturally click. Sometimes the video topic doesn't even matter. Once you have a strong, dedicated audience that like what you make, hopefully, you can have a bunch more like buffer for what kind of stuff you can make, and they will still show up. When you're just starting out, you don't have this. So it makes sense that it's going to take a long time to catch up. There won't be a shouting crowd behind you when you publish your first video. That's why it takes long. You have to post one video, maybe 10 people watch. Another video, 20 people watch. Maybe one of those 20 people click subscribe. Now you're onto something. You make more and more and more, and that little ball builds, little ball of your audience. Interesting analogy. And then you keep doing it, keep doing it, keep doing it. And finally, once it all compounds, maybe you now have 1,000 subscribers, maybe 10,000. And then once you post a video, now look, a bunch of people show up because they watched stuff from you in the past, not because your video is awesome. So getting to that point requires a bunch of work for pretty much nothing. And for me, that work was 109 videos. For you, it might be something else. Maybe it's only 20 videos, although that's rare. Maybe it's 3 videos, very rare. So expect it to be at least 100 videos. Assume that you will make absolutely nothing from them in terms of monetary stuff. You will, of course, learn how to make better videos, how to make thumbnails, how to title stuff. But so many people give up way too soon. And you only need 1 hour per day of work. Don't think you have to work 5 months, 12 hours every single day. No, 1 hour is enough. How do I know that? Well, I'm living proof that that's enough. But what most people do is they work 3 hours for maybe 2 weeks, probably like for 3 days, and then they quit. That's just not enough time to learn and to actually get the ball rolling, to start building an audience. That's just not enough time. Think of it as playing a video game. If you've played a video game, especially a competitive video game, and it's your first 2 weeks, maybe you've been grinding, you've been playing 6 hours a day, then at the end of those 2 weeks, you'll have played 84 hours. In a competitive game, someone who's played 84 hours is usually complete trash at the game. Sure, they're better than a noob who's just install the game, but 84 hours is really just pretty much nothing. And YouTube is essentially just a large video game in real life. You're learning how to compete against other people, learning how to make other people click on your video instead of somebody else's video, learning how to make engaging stuff, like how to make a video that people want to watch. It's just like a big competitive game, and putting in a few weeks of effort isn't really even enough to test whether you have potential to win this game. It's like you're just barely starting. Once you have like 300 hours, maybe 1,000 hours, that's when you start noticing the patterns in the game. You start really like ranking up. But when you're under 100 hours in a competitive game, what carries you through is just your natural talent, which is often just not enough. So it's very important to give yourself time to learn how to play this game, the game of YouTube. I guess that's the point of this video. Don't give up too soon. It took me 109 videos. Think of how many videos those are. And at the beginning, I was so inefficient. Now I edit videos like 100 times faster. I remember I calculated this somewhere. I think it took me like 6 hours to make 1 minute of content back when I first started. That's how inefficient I was. I used to script out every single word, then I used to over-edit, overthink everything. It was like horrible. So that's what you learn to not do with your first 100 videos. It just takes work and time. Do not quit too soon. I guess that's the point of this video. Also, if you want me to help you get to your first 100,000 subscribers, I recently made a 5-week email course. You'll be able to find it in the description. Just drop in your email and I'll send you all the stuff that I know about growing a YouTube channel. Goodbye.